Hey, Smarty Pants! Determining what student loan repayment plan to get on is super confusing. I think it might be easier to actually keep a Spinal Tap drummer alive or like make a quantum computer. In this video, I'm going to explain the different types of student loan repayment options, which student loan repayment plans I recommend, which I don't, and who would be best for them. Of course, this is for educational and informational purposes only. It is my opinion. You gotta go to studentaid.gov to get the full lowdown on all of these different repayment plans. No matter what repayment plan you choose, in general, the longer it takes you to pay it off, the more money you will end up paying. Take that into account when deciding. There are 3 regular repayment plans, only one of which is good in my opinion, and it is the standard plan. It is like the delicious vanilla ice cream of repayment plans. Honestly, it is the same payment every month for 10 years. Done. It's good for people with a solid income who aren't eligible for any type of loan forgiveness. Overall, you'll pay less in interest than with any other plan, but your payments will also be higher than with any other plan. Of all the regular repayment plans, this is the only one I like. Let's talk about the 2 I am not a big fan of. Hey, my name is Kate Moody, financial educator and coach, here to help independent women outsmart their money. If that sounds good to you, subscribe. The graduated repayment plan, where your payments are small at first and then every 2 years they adjust and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger so that they're paid off between 10 and 30 years. It's an okay plan if you choose to do like the 12 or the 15-year options. It's okay. So many people choose a 30-year option, and it is super, super, super expensive when it comes to your interest. Plus, you've got that loan on your back for 30 years. It's probably better for most people to do an income-driven repayment plan where they get their loan forgiven after 20 or 25 years. The other regular payment plan that I do not like is the extended repayment plan. In that one, it really has very little going for it. Payments are lower than with the standard or the graduated plan, but again, you pay way more in interest than the standard plan because you pay for 25 years. If you do need a lower payment, get on one of the income-driven repayment programs that I'm going to be talking about in just a second. If you have student loan debt and think you may be eligible for federal student loan forgiveness, but aren't sure where to start, check out my student loan forgiveness cheat sheet, where I outline 13 different federal student loan forgiveness programs, who they help, how to apply, even what traps to watch out for. Link in the description. Now let's talk about the 4 plans that are based on your income and family size. They're called the income-driven repayment plans, 3 of which are good if you qualify. You could pay as little as $0 a month on these plans. After 20 or 25 years, depending on which plan you are on and what you used it for and when you got it, any balance you have left over is forgiven. But of course, that money is considered taxable income. So if you get 30 grand worth of loans forgiven to the feds, it looks like you just got a check for $30,000 and now you have to pay taxes on it. So, take that into consideration. If you're going for public service loan forgiveness, PSLF, you have to be on one of these plans. Check out my videos on public service loan forgiveness to find out more. All these plans look fairly similar, but the details are important. So before you choose one, make sure that you go on to studentaid.gov and you read through all the fine print for all 4 of these plans. There are 2 income-driven repayment plans that everybody qualifies for: the revised pay-as-you-earn, otherwise known as the REPAYE plan, and the income-contingent repayment plan, otherwise known as ICR. With the REPAYE plan, revised pay-as-you-earn, your payment will be 10% of your discretionary income. And according to them, discretionary income is the difference between your annual income and 150% of the poverty guideline for your family size and state of residence. Even if you file separately, your spouse's income is going to be considered. And depending on your income or you and your spouse's income, you may end up paying more than you would if you were on the standard plan. But there is something really sweet to this plan that you don't get with any of the other income-driven repayment plans. If your payment is less than the interest that accrues every single month, the government will pay part of the interest accrued that month. After 20 years for undergraduate or 25 for professional or graduate school, any balance is forgiven. Then we come to the income-contingent repayment plan. This one, It's my least favorite of all of the income-driven repayment plans. Why? Because your payment will be up to 20% of your discretionary income. That is a lot of your money that is going to this loan. And it doesn't get forgiven for 25 years. But the one thing that this does is it's the only income-driven repayment plan that is available for parents who took out Parent Plus loans. So if you are a parent who took out a Parent Plus loan and you have to get on an income-driven repayment plan, then this would be your best option because it'd be your only option. But if you're not a parent, you're probably better off on one of the other 3 income-driven repayment plans. Now, let's talk about the 2 that you have to have financial hardship for. Meaning your loans are higher than your discretionary income, or they represent a significant portion of your annual income. Neither of these 2 repayment plans will ever cost you more than the standard repayment plan. 1, there's Pay As You Earn Student Loan Repayment Plan, otherwise known as the PAYE payment plan. If you qualify, this is my favorite of all the income-driven repayment plans because you pay 10% of your income and whatever is left after 20 years is forgiven. But there are more hoops to jump through than any of the other ones. So you have to have financial hardship. You had to receive the loan on or after October 1st, 2007. You had to have had no outstanding federal loans at the time and received a disbursement on or after October 1st, 2011, or consolidated on or after that time. Still, 10% and 20 years? Great option. If you don't qualify for this, but you can't afford the standard plan, look into the REPAYE program. And the last of the income-driven repayment plans is the income-based, with a B, income-based repayment. It is awesome if you are a new borrower after July 1st, 2014, as you pay 10% of your income and after 20 years, whatever's left is forgiven. Sounds a lot like the PAYE program, but the details are different. Again, link in the description to find out what they are. It would literally be more interesting to watch paint dry than for me to explain that to you, so just go to the link. If you borrowed before July 1st, 2014, then look into the PAYE or the REPAYE plans, as on this one, you pay 15% of your income and it gets forgiven after 25 years. So no matter what, you'll never pay more than on the standard plan. If you're married, your spouse's income is only considered if you file jointly, so take that into consideration. Everyone's situation is different. The first thing you should do is to look up what your payments would be on all these different payment plans by using the loan simulator link in the description. Thanks for watching. Cheers.